Hello, today I'm taking you to Nairobi, Kenya.
Flood Protection Secrets, the podcast to the protection against heavy rain and flooding by Dr. Flood, Andreas Klippe.
So the big challenge is, how can house owners like you and me get a flood-free home? How can business managers like you and me get a flood-free company? And how can public servants provide flood-free critical infrastructure and livable cities?
Flood Protection Secrets, the podcast by Dr. Flood, Andreas Klippe. This podcast is for foresighted and proactive people who do not want to shovel the muddy water out of their room while standing in the midst of the disaster.
Therefore, those who design and plan, the architects and engineers, need to construct such buildings and cities, and that even when the entire environment is completely flooded. That is a challenge, and this podcast will give the answers.
Flood Protection Secrets, the podcast by Dr. Flood, Andreas Klippe.
Yes, hello and welcome. Today I am taking you to Nairobi in Kenya. This is part 3, why choose the German RS Demountable Flood Barriers, and we talk about certified safety under pressure today. And most probably you have listened already to the previous parts 1 and 2, and where I gave an introduction and I talked about the experience from somebody in Hamburg at the North Sea who enjoyed these flood barriers for 27 years. And today, as I've said, I want to bring you to Kenya in Africa. So imagine this, the Kenyatta International Airport, the country's main gateway to the world. It's a rainy afternoon in April, the kind of rain that doesn't just fall, it pounds. And you're standing in the customs cargo area, forklifts are buzzing, boxes are stacked high, paperwork is moving faster than the people holding it. Suddenly the first drops turn into sheets of water. And within minutes, the main road outside is a shallow river. And then it happens. Water starts pushing into the customs hall from the loading bays. And at first it's ankle deep, not much, but deep enough. Your shoes and your feet are completely wet. Stuff push cargo higher, shoving boxes onto pallets. But the rain keeps coming. Water rises to your knees. Pallets float, computer terminals shut down, clearance stops, outside trucks can't get in and inside goods can't get out. So the airport shuts down its cargo handling for weeks, by the way, after the event. And flights could not land because goods piled up in the planes or got delayed at departure points. Importers are furious, exporters lose contracts, and every minute costs money. And after that disaster, the airport authority decided never again. They contacted the flood experts in Europe, Flood Control International in the UK, and RS Demountable KG from Germany, had found a solution that could protect the customs area and protect the country's trade lifeline. Eventually, RS Demountable flood barriers were installed at the critical loading bays. These barriers, designed and certified to withstand extreme floods at extreme cold and extreme heat, by the way, I was talking about that in the last episode, can be deployed quickly when the forecast warns of heavy rain. The next rainy season came hard. Torrential rain again turned the roads outside into rivers. But inside the custom hall, how did it look like? This time, nothing. The RS Demountable flood barriers stood firm. The floor stayed dry, cargo kept moving, customs officers processed paperwork without panic, forklifts rolled, no shutdown, no angry phone calls. So which are the outcomes? I have 4 for you. Outcome number one, 0 flood damage. Equipment, goods and infrastructure are safe. Outcome number 2, continuous operations. No lost hours, no emergency closures. And outcome number 3, international reputation boosted. Nairobi showed the world it could handle extreme weather without breaking stride. And outcome number 4, no expected costs. No repairs, no replacements, no claims. Isn't that wonderful? That's the power of prevention. And that's why airports, factory and ports worldwide are trusting these German-engineered RS Demountable Flood Barriers. And as always, because it is a mini-series, I have a golden nugget. But the golden nugget doesn't get smaller because it is a mini-series only. So here it is for you. Don't miss to grab it. If you wait until after the flood to act, the damage is already done. But if you prepare now, like Nairobi's airport did, you keep control, keep your reputation, and keep your business moving no matter the weather. Simple, isn't it? If you want your facility to be flood ready, connect with me on LinkedIn or here, or send me an email or find the links here in this podcast description. I'm Andreas Klippe, and as always, stay safe and flood free. And I see you in the next episode of this mini series in part 4. I wish and hope for you that you make the right decisions when it comes to your personal flood protection. And if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to this podcast channel if you haven't already. Now it only remains for me to wish you a good day. Do something with it. Maybe until the next podcast episode. I would be very happy. See you then. As always, stay safe and flood free. Your Andreas Klippe and the whole Flood Experts team.
That's it again with the new episode of Flood Protection Secrets, the podcast by Dr. Flood, Andreas Klippe, German engineer, book author, and head of the Flood Experts. What can Dr. Flood, Andreas Klippe protect for you? Anytime? Worldwide? Contact us or just click through to www.floodexperts.de/bonus. Detailed engineering, German quality, safe. Flood protection secrets. The secrets you'll want to unfold.
Don't forget, you're only one flood barrier away.
Subscribe to the season, and you'll never be late for an episode.